I know it's not news to you that labor is hard, but it might come as a surprise that almost every single laboring woman ever reaches a point in her labor where she says the words, "I can't do this anymore." Unfortunately, that's usually the time where a woman will get an epidural, but I say hold off on the epidural. I love to hear a woman say the words, "I can't do this anymore." I know I'm not like some freak of nature who loves seeing women be tortured. "I can't do this anymore" is actually like a signal in labor that tells you three really important things. The first reason I love to hear a woman say, "I can't do this anymore" in labor is because it usually means that she's coming into transition. Transition is a phase of labor around 7 or 8 centimeters dilated that is actually the peak of contractions. The contractions have never been harder than they are at transition. They've never been more intense. They've never been closer together. So transition is really like a culmination of the intensity of labor. But the good news about transition is that it's usually you progress a lot faster once you're in transition, and also that it doesn't get any more painful. When I hear a woman say, "I can't do this anymore," I know that that's what she's experiencing. I know that she's feeling very intense contractions. I know that she's probably scared and panicked because she knows that this is the hardest that she's ever had to work. And I also know that some women will report feeling like they're going to die. You're not going to die. And the other great news is that this is really completely normal and, like I said, a good thing. So the second reason I really love to hear a woman say, "I can't do this anymore" in labor is because it tells me that we are embarking on a transformation here. She is at her personal max, right? This is her personal boundary, her comfort zone. Where she is really butted up against it and doesn't feel like she can go any further. Being pushed all the way to the edge of your own personal boundaries and your own personal comfort zone is scary, and it is painful, and it is intense, and it is difficult. But when you dig deep and you overcome that boundary and you push back and you expand, that is where the transformation, the personal power, and the empowerment come from in labor and birth. And when you have to dig deep in order to find that strength, you realize how deep you go. And then throughout your life, anytime you need to be strong and brave, then you know how deep you are and you can reach down there again because you know that you've tapped into it before. And the third reason that I love to hear a woman say, "I can't do this anymore," is because as a labor doula, it's a signal for me. It's like music to my ears to jump in and offer really good, strong support. And so for the labor partners out there, labor support people, whenever you hear a woman say these words, that's not the time to go and run and get the nurse and order the epidural. That's a signal to you. That's a call to you to say, "Hey, I need help over here. You need to help me get through this." Labor is a 2-person job. I always say that. And if you include the baby, it's a 3-person job. So sometimes when it's really rocky and when you've been just working so hard and you're physically tapped out, emotionally tapped out, that's when your partner needs to take the reins and say like, "Okay, come with me, look at me, look in my eyes, I've got you, I'm right here with you, we are doing this together, let's go, let's breathe together, you can do this, you're doing amazing." Do you see the difference between being like, "Okay, yeah, you're right, you can't do this"? And if you still do end up with an epidural, so be it, but at least you know you were supported to the max until you absolutely, positively, even with help, couldn't do it anymore. And so lastly, I just want to say that although it is normal to say the words, "I can't do this anymore" in labor, specifically in transition, when you're leading up to your labor, you're still pregnant, you're anticipating your labor, you're planning your labor, I want the dialogue to be, "I can do this." Feeling calm and confident and competent leading into your labor is really of the utmost importance, which is why I've created a free naturopathic labor preparation webinar that I'm hosting this week. To sign up, you can just click the button below, give me your name and email, and I will send you all of the details. For more videos just like this one, you can head over to brownrootsbaby.com, just like it says right there, to check out more videos and also to download my free Give Birth Naturally guide. If you liked this video, please be sure to like it, leave me a comment and tell me what you thought, share it, or tag your pregnant mama friends. I want you to birth boldly and love your labor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Brown Roots Baby Talk.